Hi, welcome back. If you're a new subscriber or new viewer, be a new subscriber. It's good to have you here. I'm Maggie with Moon Directed, and what we talk about here at this channel is how to use the energy of the moon in your practical application way that you could do day to day to meet your goals, to improve your life, to handle your problems. And so today we're going to be talking about the moon is moving into Pisces tomorrow. It's moving into Pisces at 10:41 Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be a Gibbons waxing moon, and Gibbons moons are really great about using that energy to get clear on your intention. You know, it's generally a harmonious time for you, and with it in Pisces, it's going to be very much about your emotions and what you feel. Not necessarily being over emotional, but how you feel about things and how it's working for you. So the cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle that we use to focus on for this energy because of its placement, we have Will. Still working on that lighting thing. That's not doing it. Hold on, let's try one more. There we go. Okay, so Will. So you have the will to do things, but look, she's hiding behind a mask. And a lot of people will do that. You will notice that they'll hide up behind a mask of what their intentions are. So you have to really kind of pay attention to the little details, but you can do anything you want to do. Boundaries. Boundaries are important. People have them. Either you should be setting boundaries, and I am a big fan of setting your own boundaries, but you also should be respecting other people's boundaries, okay? So this moon's going to be about having the will and the courage to overcome fear. What are you afraid of? So, if you're using the moon energy of the last couple of the Aquarius and the Capricorn, and before that the Sagittarius, then it was a really great opportunity to try to start a new creative project and, you know, to start pushing it out there. And so maybe you're a little afraid about that if you've been working on that, or maybe you're afraid that you don't know what you're doing or whatever. So overcoming those through your courage is a great thing. So for the waxing Gibbous moon, we've got time for courage is here. Fear is only useful if it teaches you something. You must examine whether your fears are old or new, useful or unhelpful. Fear blocks flow. So the affirmation for that would be, I am courageous. Judging what you need and what you don't need allows you to place healthy boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. Judge what is healthy and right for you with clarity, care, and simplify, which is great because the Gibbous moon is about clarity, right? And then will. Decisions require actions. You are in control of your own decisions in life, no one else's. Passion will determine your great portion of your success. So if you will persist, you possess free will, which means you should focus on yourself first and avoid placing your will over another's. I have the will to make the changes I need. And that's really great because after the Pisces moon, it leads into the Aries moon, which is all about setting things in motion that are really creative and starting projects and stuff. And even though we're coming up on, you know, about 10 days out, yeah, less than 10 days out from the full moon where things should be culminating. Those should be things that are culminating from like 6 months ago. So this project that you're starting, that you're thinking about, these things that you're working on, don't let fear get in the way. Go ahead and get it done. Start working on it, make your plans, and know that like in a few days, it'll be a really great time to like take it out of the thinking stage and the creative stage and the how do you feel about it stage, and go ahead and launch into where you want to start taking your project when we get to the Aries moon, which will be, I believe, on Sunday or Monday. Okay, so tonight we're going to, of course, start a conversation with Poppy Palin's Enchantment Tarot, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, because it's a Pisces moon, which is emotions and stuff. I wanted to pull in some mother energy, and so I went with the Wild Kuan Yin oracles, Lana Fairchild's. These are beautiful. This energy is very motherly. So it's like the Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, if you are, you know, the Asian mother caring, it's the same nurturing energy. For a little direction, I went with Denise Lynn, the Sacred Traveler. I always like to have direction. I like to know where I'm going. You can't get there if you don't know where you're going. And then instead of a color card to finish it off with, I thought I would go with a nice grounding crystal card. It's, ooh, upside down again. Well, it's like, I can't read that. So, crystal reading cards, it's Rochelle Sharman. I hope I said her name right. You never know. And then, of course, if I get lost, we always have Colette Baron Reed for the Wisdom of the Oracle. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start with the water signs first, because Pisces is a water sign. So this is for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. What does Spirit want to talk to you about tonight? Wow, I wanted one more. That almost felt right. There we go. I shuffled before, but it was feeling a little sticky. Okay. This is a tough energy. Five of Wands. That's a lot of people with a lot of things that they want to do. It can be a playful energy. It could be people that are kind of sniping at you a little bit. It could be a little tug of war between you and your friends or your family or your coworkers. It could be also, it could just be there's a lot of things going on and you're not really sure what you need to pay your attention to. Because if you notice, there's like so much activity, it's kind of exhausting just looking at the card. So you kind of feel like you're in the thick of things. You know, it could be kind of fun, but mostly it probably feels a lot like there's just a lot going on. And okay, look at this in the background. I didn't even notice that before. She looks like Mary Poppins getting her umbrella blown backwards, though. Not Mary Poppins, but the lady that was walking down the street, because of course that wouldn't happen to Mary Poppins. Just wouldn't work like that. Okay, let's see. What does Kuan Yin suggest about all of this activity? And so this would be the energy for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday going into Sunday. So see if it starts with tomorrow morning. Yeah, that's into Sunday, because it's about 2.5 days of energy. Okay, it says the little one rises. We're going to go ahead and read this, but the thing that I really, really like about this is that it already feels like when you're up against it, when things are coming at you like crazy, you're going to be fine because you will rise above it. It'll be your will that gets you there. It's by placing your boundaries, by overcoming your fears. So let's just see what that one says. Number 18. I see, nurture, and protect the small starts, the new ideas, the projects that are just beginning. So again, if you've been working with this energy and you're working on a new project, you're getting ready to launch it, this is protection for something like that. I see the potential in them and how they can grow into fullness, and I lift them with my grace above all interference. That looks like interference, into full flight. Divine timing and my grace shall bring growth and success to these small starts. Keep attending to the small matters, beloved, for those from those secret gardens are going to manifest. Wow, that is so nice. So if you have been doing this work, if you have been trying to create something, it could be a little thing. I mean, for me, it was launching this channel, okay, which is to me not really a little thing. But maybe you have, excuse me, I dropped something. But maybe, in case we need it, but maybe you started something else, like you started planning ahead for the holidays, and maybe you're trying to get together, planning steps for the Thanksgiving dinner or something like that. And so it's a project. It doesn't have to be a huge project, but there's steps involved. You gotta, figure out the menu and who are you gonna invite and where are you gonna put everybody and how am I gonna get the house clean and what's the timing of when the meals are getting prepared and stuff. And so again, it's a project. And so it doesn't have to be earth shattering, it doesn't have to be huge, but it's important to you, right? So these small projects, the things that we're working on, we should go ahead and put all of our time and energy into where you focus is where you are successful, right? So let's try that. All right, so let's see what the Sacred Traveler has to tell us. These are gentle cards. I like it because water signs are they're emotional and stuff, but the Gibbous moon is also very harmonious time. You shouldn't be feeling like you're up against it like that, right? It should be gentle. So you're being supported and you shouldn't be afraid. And you should take some time to enjoy it. Lie back, rest, and relax and watch the clouds. That's nice. So, if say this is a holiday dinner thing and you're doing all this work, don't forget to take time to enjoy it, right? When my kids were my big old hand again. When my kids were little, sometimes I would be trying to get everything done and I'd be working so hard at it and I would forget to enjoy the actual event because I was so busy trying to make sure everything was perfect. And I missed out. I did. And so everybody else was having fun and I was like stressed out. So don't do that. Go ahead and relax, enjoy it, step back, look at it and try to, just be in the moment. Be present. Be where you are. It's the best place to be all the time. Okay. Oh, lovely card. Compassion. It's the emerald. So that's a nice grounding thing to do during this moon is to feel the compassion, right? It is like such a typical Pisces card. It's about caring and loving and nurturing. So this is a really great start. So water signs, it looks like you're going to have some kind of a project that you're working on. It could be cleaning the closet for heaven's sakes, but don't get all stressed out by it. Feel compassion for the people around yourself and feel compassion for yourself. It's always important to feel compassion for yourself, right? I gotta do something about the hand there. It looks gigantic. Okay, so we're gonna go on now to the fire signs. That's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Well, to be seen by you. Please comment, share, like. I would really like to engage with you and have a conversation and see what you're thinking and what do you want to know because I really want to just help. I'm here to help. This is something that I've been doing for years. And I thought, I would like to help more people. Okay. Let's see what Spirit wants to discuss with you today. What is the fear that you need to overcome? Where are the boundaries that you need to set? Where is your willpower going to come into play? This is just the next 3 days. So it's not earth-shattering, hopefully. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What does Spirit want to talk to you about? Ooh. All right. Getting into the details of a project. Lots of things going on, but see all the focus? I mean, he is totally focused on what he's doing. And this is called detailing a car. And when I see this card, it always makes me think you need to pay attention to the details, right? Focus on the things. Lots of people around you are having fun and living their own life and just, watching you work and while they're not really, but it doesn't matter. You pay attention to what you're doing. It's a project that matters to you. Pay attention to the details, but look, there's a great reward for it. There's community, there's stability, there's celebration. So again, I really feel like everybody's getting ready for the holidays here. So maybe it's the last weekend before Thanksgiving. So maybe you're out there cleaning your house and getting ready. It could be. It really could. All right, let's go to Kuan Yin. I always want to say Lin. I don't know why. It's Kuan Yin Oracles. And see what this mother energy is. Oh yeah, that's me humming. Sorry. I've been humming all day. I don't know what's up with that. I'm not even like in tune, so sorry. Sorry if you're like a really good musician and you're like, just stop that noise. Okay, so we have grandmother of love, granddaughter of life. So we'll look this up, but when I look at this, it just says to me family gatherings, um, the um, the ancestral story being passed down through the generations, through spending time together. And this one is great. Let your world spin on its axis. So have fun. When things feel like they're upside down, it might just be a matter of divine timing. Let it happen. Don't be stressed out about the little things. Just go with it. Have some fun. We're going to go ahead and read this one right here because I just want to be sure that I have the right message for that one because that's what it feels like to me, but I don't actually know. It says, you are an old soul with much wisdom in you. You know how to learn from experience, grow stronger and more loving even through life's challenges. Trust yourself in life. You are growing now toward your divine destiny. You need to guide to find you. You may need guidance to find your way through unfamiliar situations as you broaden your horizons. Allow those who are wise like you to be your companions as you choose not to believe in the voices of fear. Oh, okay. So there's something that you really need to pay attention to. It's got divine timing and things are going to be a little topsy-turvy, but I just feel like if you can overcome your fear, if you can just pay attention to the details, then it'll end up really great and you're going to have a nice celebration. But in the meantime, find people of like mind to help you, to listen to you, to share with you. And when things feel a little off, you know, we're still in Scorpio, which is a lot of transformation. So there's still a lot of changes happening. We're getting ready to get into Sagittarius, but that's still a few weeks, days away anyway. So while you have all this energy here of changes and growth and you need to establish your boundaries and you might have some fears and stuff, just roll with it, get in the flow and pay attention to the details of things, but don't be too stressed out about it because it looks like there are people around you that will help you, but if not, spirit's there. Okay, so it looks like a divine timing issue. So deep breath. And in the middle of this holiday season, between now and after the new year, when things just seem to pick up speed, like something rolling down a hill, right? Just breathe. Take a few minutes, sit quietly, inhale through the nose, and fill your belly way out like a balloon, and then, and if you exhale loud like that, it's actually really good for your throat chakra. Wow. Okay. So this card says you are an old soul, and to connect with other people like that, because here you're having a spiritual awakening. So maybe this weekend, take some time to really think, spend some time in meditation. If you're in a nice area, nice weather, go for a walk, spend some time outside, breathe in the air, but really just get into your space and, pull all your energy in and allow spirit to talk to you because it looks like they want to. It looks like they want to. So let's listen up, right? Well, that's exciting. So that's Aries, Leo, and Sag. That's a lot. Okay, we're going to go to Earth now. Hello, Earth signs. How's it going? So, the moon's going to be in Pisces, which is a water sign, which is very nice for Earth. It softens Earth. And don't let it, don't let it freak you out. You know what we didn't do? I didn't do a Sacred Traveler card for, I fire signs. Let's do that before we go any further. Oh, and you got 2. Wow, sorry about that. So you have an impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. So if you feel like you're coming up against a brick wall, it's time to stop and think, okay, they're not happy, but I'm not going to spend time in this. I'm going to head over here. So when someone says blah, 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 blah in your face and you say, I understand that you feel, because it's emotional, right, with this Pisces moon, I understand that you feel this way. What would you like me to do? Redirect the energy. Just avoid the conflict. Oh, look at this. Infinite abundance is pouring into your life. Look at that. It's like it's harvest time. It's harvest time, right? So, and I don't mean outside. I mean something you've been working on. It's coming through. So maybe all this hard work and detailing that you've been doing is really going to pay off. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to go to the earth signs. Oh my goodness. I have so many cards over here. I can't believe I did that. Okay, so earth signs. The fear that you have with being too emotional with the Pisces moon is always that you're afraid you're going to drown. But instead, just let it soften the edges a little, okay? Go with the flow. Be in it. Don't be afraid of it. Okay. Let's find out what Spirit wants to talk to you about. Ooh, that was a nice one. Let's try one more. Okay, so earth signs. Queen of Blades or Queen of Swords, however you want to put it. Queen of Swords is researching, it's paying attention, it's getting to the nitty-gritty, it's clarity. It's something that you've been trying to figure out, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I get it. Now I see. Some kind of results coming in, something that you've been maybe afraid of, or some boundaries you've been setting, or something you've been having to work really hard on. Use this energy with the Queen of Swords here to find the clarity on it, to figure out what are you really afraid of? Where do you need to set your boundaries? What is your sword of truth, right? She doesn't have a sword in here, but knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Okay. So you have her hand gentles the war. So yes, you've been at home. Okay. And also this one, let your world spin on its axis. We got that for somebody else. So both of these cards, I don't even need to go to the book to read them. These are about things seem topsy-turvy, but it's really about divine timing. And there's been something you've been battling about, and now there's going to be a little peace come in. You can do that, but I have a feeling the clarity is going to come. And this war could have been going on inside of you, or it could have been going on at work, or it could have been going on with family members, but there's something that's been like bang, 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 right? And now all of a sudden, even though everything seems all upside down, there's that moment of clarity where you're like, I got it. I know what's happening here. And that allows for a transition. This is a good time to make transitions. A transition from uncertainty, from angst, from upset, to peace, to knowing, to being where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do, right? It's like a deep breath. Wow, there's a lot of information they want to give you tonight. Holy moly. Okay, so surrendering to the journey, right? You finally know. You figured it out. Just relax, get in the flow, and surrender to it. It says release control. Okay? because there's divine timing at work. And now you're going to begin a new cycle. So the world's been spinning on its axis, right? The world's been spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, and everything's been at war and dagger heads and how is it? And then comes the moment of clarity. And if you just release control, you can start this new cycle. And that's what Scorpio's all about. And look, reaching your destination, the light is shining brightly. This journey right here, if you just let go, if you just release the control, if you stop trying to run everything, if you just take that step back, look at the facts. Choose, make a decision, end the war. Get in the flow. Just get in the flow because you have a beautiful destination ahead of you. Let's get you a stone. Sometimes it's about boundaries, right? You don't need to, you need to set your own, but you don't need to encroach on other people's. And it's about willpower, but it's not about asserting your will over everybody around you. It's just about you making choices, free will choices. But that doesn't mean you get to control everybody else around you. You really don't. You want to, but you really can't. Ooh. Okay. So when you get this card, it says past life and lapis lazuli. I'm so bad at this. When you get this card, this war you've been having, this battle that you've been having, this thing that's been going on, this thing that's been turning your world upside down and driving you crazy, where you've been trying to figure out, there's been so much need to research, where there's boundaries that need to be set, where there's been fear. It's a karmic situation. It's some past life karma balancing itself out. And that is not an easy trip. And I am really sorry that you've had to go through it. But the good news is that if you will just release control and just get into the flow and let the new cycle start. So many cards. You can reach your destination. Your light will shine brightly. You can get past this and it's done. You'll be in a new karmic cycle. And I have to tell you right now, the world is getting ready. Like in 2020, the way the planets, Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn are lining up, they haven't lined up like that since 1284 through 1285. That is a long cycle. We are ending a cycle and the world is moving into a new one. And so a lot of people are completing karma right now. There's a lot of karma being completed, and it looks like earth signs, you were cleaning up some karma so that you can start a new cycle, which really makes a lot of sense to me in a way, because Uranus is in Taurus, which is well, it's in Aries right now, but it's getting ready to go back into Taurus, and it'll be there for 7 years, and it's going to kind of set off this whole cycle of events. And Uranus is about sudden chaotic changes in endings and disruptions, and so it's going to be an opportunity. But with it being in an earth sign like that, it would make sense to me that the earth signs have been working through a lot of karma right now, maybe ahead of other people. I haven't really been paying attention to the timing on that. For everybody else, I've noticed with me, because I have earth sign stuff going on and I have water sign stuff. But I feel like the water signs were working through their karma a couple of years ago. So maybe now it just gets to be your turn. So congratulations, because it's a big deal when you can get through it. It's a big deal. All right, where are we at? We're on air. Hi, air. Gemini, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I don't know. I have it written down. I still can't read it because I'm like trying to timestamp and and talk and chew gum. No, I'm not chewing gum. Okay, so air signs. What have you been afraid of? Where do you need to set your boundaries? Where do you need to release control? It's okay to have the will to control yourself, but you don't get to run you don't get to run the world. You're not king of the world. You're really not. Wish you were, right? If you were king of the world, how would it go? Okay, so this Pisces energy, we're supposed to be harmonious. We're supposed to be able to get clear about your intentions because it's a gibbous moon. Where in the world does Spirit want to talk to you about? What do they want you to know? What's important? Well, this is very air signed. It's a Pentacles card, though. 7 of Coins, but it's assessing, which is all about analyzing and thinking and where are things right now? Where do they stand? Where should they go? What are you afraid of? Where do you need to set your boundaries? What can you control and what do you need to release control of? Who are you trying to control that you're not supposed to be controlling? If you do these things, if I do this, if I do that, exactly where is this going? What's the next step? Very air sign. So over this weekend, I have a feeling you're going to be up in your head, even though it's a water sign of Pisces. But Pisces is out there. It's dreamy. It's goals. It's so maybe that's actually perfect. You know, you'll be thinking your way through your emotions, which happens a lot with air signs, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Keeps you from being soggy. I say that as a water sign. Nobody get offended. Okay. Surrender, sensitive sister, be moved by the moon. That's awesome. Let's see what it has to say. Number 38. You know what you know, even when you don't know. See this whole assessing thing. Look at her. I think I know what's going on here. I think I'm figuring this out, right? You know what you know, even when you don't know how you know it. I speak to you through your intuition, which is Pisces is all about the intuition, which is beyond logic. Even when you feel like you know too much or are too sensitive, you don't need to shut down or try to protect yourself from feeling. What will work better for you would be to be open and truthful about all that you feel and resist nothing. It shall then simply flow, changing the phases of the moon, changing like the phases of the moon, naturally and without effort on your part. I will guide you and show you how to do this so that you will never be afraid. No fear. Even if the passing experience of fear itself, and you shall become let me try that one more time. I've told you I'm dyslexic, but in case this is your first time here, sometimes I have trouble with reading because I am dyslexic. I have trouble reading. I will guide you and show you how to do this so that you will never be afraid, even of the passing experience of fear itself, and you shall become surrendered into life, a living embodiment of grace in motion. Okay, air signs, let's talk. You really don't like to feel your feelings. It's true, and it's okay. But the suggestion from Spirit for this weekend is while you're assessing and you're thinking and you're analyzing, but that thinking and the analyzing, the stuff that you know that you can't prove, that's your intuition. Don't ignore your intuition. Listen to your intuition. So even if you don't know, like, you can't say that because you don't have proof. Well, it's okay. You don't have proof this weekend. If you think you really know something, if you're assessing a situation, you're like, I don't really know why I think I should do it this way exactly. I can't prove it on paper. I can't calculate it out. It doesn't matter. If you just like what my gut says, go with your gut. I'm a big fan of going with your gut anyway, but this weekend in particular, I know it's not something that you generally would do, but this weekend when you're assessing, go with your gut. What is your gut telling you? How does that feel? Okay? You're being guided by your spirit guides to make the best decision for the situation. So go ahead and listen to your gut, even if you can't like prove on paper why that's the better decision. Okay? Let's see what the Sacred Traveler has. Wow. So I think you're going to be spending a little time alone, thinking about this, doing this assessing, feeling it out. Oh, you have a lot of cards here. And then step into your power. Step into your power. See how he looks like he's still alone. He's out in the dark, and that lantern is the inner light. It's the guidance. That's your spirit guides showing you the way. So that has a lot to do with the solitude. But look at this. There you go. Transformation of the situation. A fresh new way of living emerges. And that's perfect. That is the perfect card for Scorpio season. What great work you are doing if you're getting to a transformation. So go ahead and go with your gut. Spend the time in thought. Think about it. Feel about it. How do you really feel? Feeling is good. Might feel a little foreign. Might be a little uncomfortable. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. You don't need to prove it to anyone. You just need to believe it. Ooh, okay. Petrified wood ancestors. Again, we're talking about past lives. So I was just talking to the earth signs about this. Right now, a lot of karma is completing. A lot of karma is completing. We're getting ready to move into a new karmic cycle. The way the planets are lining up in the next year and a half, 2 years, hasn't happened since 1284 through 1285. The major planets, Pluto, not the major, but the really big, deep space planets, the ones that influence the world, not your personal life so much, but whole world events. And so there's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of karma being completed. And so this petrified wood ancestors, it's time to release things, let things go. Situations that aren't working for you, let them go. The karma's resolving. You don't need it. You get to start a new cycle. You know, step into your power. Always. And you get to transform. Right. Thanks so much for spending this time with me. I will be back. Let's see. I will be back, looks like Sunday evening or probably Sunday afternoon, but it moves into Aries Sunday evening. So we'll probably get back together and chat on Sunday a little bit about what that means. In the meantime, over this next few days, really, do the work. Enjoy, use the energy of the moon to work for you and get in the flow with it. And I wish you all a great night. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. That's about it. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.